Hey guys, Llama right here, and welcome back to another Gunpla model kit video. Today, we're going to be looking at the HG Universal Century Mobile Suit Gundam Hathaway Me02R-F01 Messer Type-F01 mass-produced heavy mobile suit. That's a heck of a mouthful of a name. But here is the packaging. See his big old self on the box there. This box is bigger than an HG normally would be. Spoilers and the same art on the side and such. You know how it goes. And looking at the accessories that come in the box. First of all, just like always, you get the instruction booklet, because this is a model kit, which means you build it yourself. The other things that he comes with are this little sticker sheet here. As you can see, I barely used any of the stickers on it. You already know my standpoint on them by now. I only use them if they're absolutely necessary to complete the look of the kit. So, I didn't use barely any of these. I only used the one for the eye. You also get 2 beam saber blades. I have one on the kit right now. Just a nice translucent yellow there. You get an extra spike right here, just in case you lose one of the ones you already have. You get an extra trigger hand. And you get this little adapter right here that I'm assuming is for a stand that it doesn't come with and I don't have, so piece is kind of pointless to me. So, bringing in the Messer here, he is definitely a very, very big boy. A lot bigger than all of the other HGs that I've built. So that probably explains why the box is also bigger, because he did come with a lot of runners and sprues. But looking at this guy, he is very, very cool. I haven't seen Hathaway yet. It's on my list to watch. But this mobile suit definitely is really cool. As you can see, I have him with his gun and his beam saber right now. He also comes with this trigger hand, as I mentioned earlier, that goes on this hand right here. So I guess technically he would only ever be holding the gun in his right hand, being that's what the trigger hand is used for. I don't know how it is in the actual show. I'm assuming that's why that's how that is, being he only has one trigger hand. But the open hold fists that he has on both hands right now work just fine to hold the gun pretty much exactly the same way. So I didn't really feel the need to put on a trigger hand. Also, I wanted him to dual wield his gun and his beam saber like this rather than the other way around. Here's a closer look at that gun. If you are interested, it's got this little side scope. Nothing on it moves, but it does look very, very cool. So taking the gun and the beam effect out, I left the handle in the hand just because, you know, save time. But something I would like to mention is this kit's hands are much like all the other HG kit hands, which means you have to pull them out on their ball joint and take off this panel on the back of the hand to put things in the hand with things such as guns. However, unlike all those kits, this kit seems to have very, very tight joints in the ball joints for his wrists, so it's a lot harder to pull those hands off. Just be a little wary of that, just in case anything may happen. But other than that, the Messer is very good. He looks very, very cool, and he was a very, very fun build. As you can see on the back, he's got two big old thrusters here. Both can move up and down, and these panels on the bottom can also close up or fold down so that the thrusters can come out. Always love those little articulation / play features in these kits. Just that little extra bit of engineering makes it a lot more fun. Back here, these big old flaps are on a little hinge system here. It's kind of hard to see with how this is. There you go. But you got a double hinge here, a rotation up here, a rotation down here, and a rotation here. And that's so these panels can aptly move around, give you the posability that you want with the legs, and get out of the way. Or, if you do for them too much, like I just did, they may pop off. But you could just pop them back on, so it's not much of a problem. The front skirts here are only on a little tiny ball joint here, so they're a lot easier to pop off. And they also don't have as much of a range as the back skirts do, unfortunately. The shield on his arm plugs in right here. It only plugs in on this arm. There's a little hole here and a little peg where this plugs on, and this big old shield right here just rests in there. For articulation, it's what you would expect. The shoulder pads can go up, which is pretty cool, just to get things out of the way. You know, pretty standard articulation. Something else you'll notice, though, is that this kit has some very thick legs. He's a very chonky boy, but he also has a double knee bend in those thick legs, which is really cool. He's also got really good ankle articulation and this little flap here that covers up the joint. On the back here, he's also got some little thrusters down there. And he's got, you know, the big old spikies here. The head is really cool. You can barely see it, but he does have a little eye there. Let me see if I could just pop the head off real quick. Ooh, don't fall over, bud. He doesn't have a problem standing, usually. It was just, see, he can stand just fine. It was just the way I set him down. But this head right here is a very, very cool design. It's like a Zaku, but even more badass. And of course, he's got his little eye in there, which if you take off all this stuff, which I'm not going to do, you can move the eye around, which is pretty cool. That's something that has been going on with mono eye mobile suit kits for a while now, and I do appreciate it. But because he has such a big wide head, it is hard to get really much posability out of it, since you can only really go side to side. It's on a ball joint, but you can't really utilize the ball joint unless you're like looking down, which is on a little hinge here, so it allows it to look down, which is very cool. But other than that, you're really not going to get too much posability out of the head, which kind of sucks. But with everything else on this kit, I'm willing to forgive it. Also, he's big, chonky, cool. I like the color scheme. He looks awesome and very intimidating. And according to the box, he is mass-produced. So, if you wanted an army build these guys, you could also do that. Anyway, guys, that's about it for this video. I hoped you liked it, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button down below to show me that you did. And as always, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new content from the channel, especially if you do like Gunpla model kits. I have several more to review, and I don't feel like giving up this hobby anytime soon because I love building kits. So, I'm willing to go as long as y'all watch. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.